If I asked you in an organization who takes care of your money, would you be able to tell me that? Yeah, person who takes care of your real estate, your investments, would you be able to tell me that? I'm not going to ask you, but if I do ask you, who's the person taking care of your digital assets? If I asked you that, could you tell me in your organization? Interesting. So let's think about digital assets. Anyone want to try?
So we said the digital asset was membership in social media.
Membership in social media. So it's your social media account.
Yeah.
The way to test that is, if you had a social media account, would someone buy it from you?
Well, there's got to be something.
So that's the way to think about it. Is it an asset that creates value in the future? Next one. Anybody else? Yes, in the back. Stocks and bonds. Now, here's the interesting thing. Is it the digits about the stocks and bonds, or is it the stocks and bonds themselves that are the asset? That's an interesting question. So last night, I went onto the dark web. I don't know if you know what the dark web is. And then I traveled into the cloud, and I 3D printed this Bitcoin. Okay? Now, this is not a Bitcoin. Okay? But we have to think of it as something. So just pretend this is a Bitcoin. Okay? It's a currency that's created just to be digital. So it never gets printed like this. So if anyone tries to sell you a Bitcoin, don't buy it, okay? Because it's not real. How many people have heard of blockchains? You're going to hear more very soon about blockchains, if you haven't heard it already. So Bitcoins go with blockchains. Why is that? I can use this all over the world. So if I spend it in India, if it's a digital currency, I could spend it in Canada too, couldn't I? How would you know that I already spent this Bitcoin?
Because there is a ledger validated by peers.
There you go. So somebody knows about Bitcoin here, which is good. Blockchain. And that's the great thing about MBA classes is always somebody in the class knows about something, right? So this is very good. I want to know what industries you think might be affected by something called blockchain.
Everywhere.
Yeah, digital security for sure, right? That's one. What else? What other things? You said everything. Yeah? Can you give me an example of something that won't be of that? That's a hard question. For example, if you think about blockchains and you start looking at smart contracts, can you imagine invoices that pay themselves? Can you imagine that? So now your invoice is sitting there electronically and it's waiting for the goods to be delivered and then for money to be transferred. Can you imagine if that contract does it all by itself? Where the heck does that put us? All the stuff just starts delivering itself and we just kind of watch, right? So it's really important for us to understand this technology. I think of these things as opportunities. Everyone's talking about jobs going away. AI is going to take all our jobs. But you guys have learned, I think you've learned, that technology has been changing all the time since since the caveman started, finding a round thing to move. We've been changing technology. And I bravely go forward because I believe in the human beings will figure out a way to find value and find work in the new era. But what you need to be successful is you're going to need knowledge and the skills to do it. That's why you guys are interested in education, and that's why you're coming. Because you need that kind of advantage to be able to work in a world that's changing so rapidly. And that's what we do here, and that's what we want to work on. And the other thing you have to know about, people talk about all these programs we have and how they differ and whatever. You got to think about the most important thing in an MBA is the people in the room. We happen to have fantastic people in the room, right? Already I can see that. This is really important because that's the people that you learn from. If you're just thinking about content, you could look up blockchain. You could figure it out. Content is not a differentiator anymore. What's a differentiator are the people and experiences that you build inside a program and the network of people who will help you create a career. And that's what you look for in an MBA course, and that's what you should be looking for here. And I think if you look at the people around your table, you're going to find some fantastic people to be with and work with and share careers with and hopefully work towards whatever your goals happen to be.